Hello and welcome to Monkey Business. This is Monkey Business for May 3rd, 2013. And in today's afternoon coffee newser we have, in economics news, the United States Department of Labor reports that in the week ending April 27th, 2013, the advance figure for seasonally adjusted initial jobless claims was 324,000, the lowest level since January 2008. The April 2013 Employment Situation Report, or Jobs Report, released this week on May 3rd, 2013, indicates that 165,000 jobs were added to the U.S. economy in April 2013, but the unemployment rate was little changed at 7.5%, and the number of involuntary part-time workers increased by 278,000 to 7.9 million. The U.S. Jobs Report for May 2013 is scheduled to be released on June 7th, 2013. Links to both reports mentioned in this segment are provided in the info box. In earnings news, social networking site LinkedIn reports 45 cents per share excluding items, on revenue of $324.7 million in the first quarter of 2013, compared to $188.5 million in the first quarter of 2012. However, as various media outlets report, the company disappointed on second quarter forecasts. For more details, just browse the links in the info box. Automaker General Motors reported that earnings fell to 58 cents per share from 60 cents per share in the year prior first quarter. However, excluding one-time items, GM earned 67 cents per share, higher than the consensus estimate of 54 cents per financial data firm FactSet. General Motors also reported a narrower first quarter loss in Europe than a year prior. Also in economics news, the European Central Bank, or ECB, has cut interest rates for the first time in 10 months. The Central Bank of the Eurozone cut its key interest rate from 0.75% to a record low of 0.5% in an effort to nudge European Union countries out of a lingering recession, as European unemployment reaches record highs. You're welcome to watch the full ECB press conference above. The speaker is European Central Bank President Mario Draghi. And finally, investors won't have to wait a year for interesting tidbits in the annual Berkshire Hathaway shareholder letter from the Oracle of Omaha. Legendary investor Warren Buffett has joined social media site Twitter. Buffett sent out his first tweet while being interviewed by Fortune magazine at the University of Nebraska in Omaha, Nebraska in the U.S., following it up with a link to an essay, Warren Buffett is Bullish on Women. Link provided in the info box. Warren will be tweeting at the @ Warren Buffett. A direct link to the account may be found in the info box. And now over to Marcel for Nearly News. Take it away, Marcel!
Do you know what's coming up next month? June. And you know what's coming up in June? Weddings, lots of them. June is the most popular month for weddings, along with September. So what we'll have there is a lot of melodrama, last-minute dashes, crying brides, and someone drunk and putting on an exhibition on the dance floor. Isn't it romantic? You know, lately I don't go to weddings. I just think people forget to invite me. I know. I don't know why. I'm a charming guest. Only think, at the last one, when they asked me to make a speech, I had the DJ dedicate a lovely song to the couple, another one bites the dust. And do you know, the groom was laughing so hard he could barely hear the screaming from the seat next to him. Anyway, everyone sent him some lovely floral arrangements while he was recovering. In the hospital, there was an incident. But for today's Mile High report, on to the business of weddings. There's a spot. Just a moment while I find a likely glacier. I'll explain in a minute. So, where were we? Yes. Media Group, XO Group, which owns two wedding websites, the.com and weddingchannel.com, reports on all sorts of data in the most recent annual Real Wedding study based on a survey of nearly 18,000 people who threw a wedding bash in 2012. And here's what they found. Those things cost gobs of money. No one saw that one coming, huh? Are you sitting down? Good, because then we can have a quick look at the price ticket for an average wedding, at least in the US. Shall we have some nicer to sound effects for these items? Let's cue some lovely bells, and away we go. 1. The average cost of an engagement ring, $5,431. Huh? C'est quoi ça? No, those aren't wedding bells. It sounds a little cynical, a cash register. Oh, no one can find a sound engineer. It's probably at a wedding. Bien. Until we can correct the sound effect with some lovely wedding bell chimes, we'll use this one instead, the sound of the cash register. Or money, flying away. But, to continue, average cost of a reception venue may be a little like this, voila. $12,905. 3. Wedding dress, $1,211. 4. Flowers or decor, $1,997. 5. Oh, I'm running out of fingers. It's all a blur. Oh, we haven't even added the tuxedo, the catering, or a DJ. The DJ, Ooh, ooh. Throw your hands in the air and wave them like they're, just there. Hands up, to the left, to the left. Ooh, ooh. Hands up. No, your other left. What's that? Oh la la, can't even look. Okay, maybe try to the right. This guy's back. What, did it go somewhere? Ooh, ooh. I know, hold my drink, We're going to do the chicken dance in a minute. All told, the national average spent on this one-day event was $28,427, just about $30,000, the highest level since 2008. People in New York City, New York, and the US are laughing right now because no doubt they're thinking $30,000, I wish. Yes, that's right, that city took top spot at the highest average spend list on the survey. At $76,687 for this kind of little swanky event. That's a lot of cake. The survey doesn't say if there are smelling salts included in the expenses, but I think there should be some in there. No wonder someone's always crying at weddings. I'd be crying too. I'd be crying all the way through the dun 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 dun. Oh, hoo, 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 hoo. Whatever happened to eloping? Ooh, hoo, hoo, hoo. I don't think it's an accident that da sounds a lot like da. But I haven't even told you where I am. I'm on location, guess where? In the place where throwing a wedding bash cost the least last year, according to the survey. Alaska. Average spend, $15,504. And probably more fun along. Instead of limos, everyone gets into one big sled, and at the reception, instead of feathers, everyone gets mittens so they can build their snowman. But back to the national average. No wonder even the guests are crying. According to financial services firm American Express, 69 million Americans will attend one or more weddings this year, and they expect to spend 59% more than last year, with guests anticipating a cost of $539 per wedding. Most of that budget will go towards travel, new apparel and accessories, and a wedding gift. Some folks are just saying no to wedding invites, and you can read more on that and more details from the Real Wedding Study and American Express survey in the info box. Let's see, wedding invite, Alaska, put me down for yes, maybe, New York City, I don't think so. Dear so-and-so, my dear friends, move to Alaska, and then we talk. But we haven't even talked about one of the most visible bits of confectionery of all in events such as this. The cake. The average cost for a wedding cake, according to the survey, $560. But since this is the Mile High report, I think for a quick special mention, we'll have a look at what's evidently the world's most expensive wedding cake, created by Cake, a bakery in Chester, England. It's basically cake or frosting, and lead and diamonds valued at £34 million sterling. Or about $52.7 million. Newspaper, beers. About what? What? I'm just crying because it's so beautiful. And there she is, voila, a $52.7 million cake. Hey, save me a slice. And that's today's monkey business. Take care, folks, There are weddings out there. I know, so is there any tea? It's a little nippy out here. What's that? There's a team of dogs coming along. They're a little late for the edit rod. They're probably late for a wedding, on the way to pick up the sound engineer, who's also late. Maybe they should have hired a wedding planner. Mash! I hope they brought their snowshoes.